Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. Well, I was going to let Saturday be Saturday, not stream today, but while I was cooking, I seen a video that I wanted to share with you all. It wasn't a TikTok video, so this doesn't count as a TikTok of the day, but nevertheless, it's worth sharing. So, I last week, or this week actually, I talked a little bit about, what was it? About some people have like this carnal, primal, whatever you want to call it, attraction to black men, and it manifests itself in a number of ways, and it causes more problems than it's worth. Today, we're going to discuss some of those problems. I need y'all to hit that like button while I get into it. Today, we're going to discuss some of those problems. One of the problems being the intense jealousy that black women have as a result of this. It's actually, to be honest, that's the main one. But there's also white men and other things. But it does make us public enemy number one, and the most hated group of men, no matter what. Even when things are peaceful, otherwise, there is still that "don't you whistle at my woman" thing that Asian Americans really didn't have to face. So there is a there. We will get into that on this video. But primarily, what we're going to talk about is the black women and their reaction to such things. So, in the past week, we went over a couple of things. We talked about that, and we also talked about how they just look to humble the men and how they reject men who are successful just for the sake of doing so. Yesterday's video talked about building a black man up, how it was a black man who was saying that white women who build you up from nothing into something is taking advantage of you somehow, some way. So today we're going to take a look at a white woman who built a black man up from homelessness to happiness. And we're going to get the black woman's reaction on that. But first, let's do the short of the day. Go ahead and hit that like button while I present. Share screen. Somebody says the blonde woman is the white woman from TikTok with the blonde hair. Well, she is blonde, you know. I guess she's trending, but I'm covering somebody who covered it. So, yeah. Okay, I can't play this because of the music, but here you have it. Here you have it. This is, I don't know, apparently this went viral. Um, and yeah, this couple has gotten a lot of attention for, I don't know. They look like two happy people. I would say young. I can't really gauge his age. Whatever type of African he is very foreign. So it's like kind of hard to gauge something that you're not familiar with. But yeah. And it says, can she afford him for her whole life with kids? I don't know if that's shade, or I don't know if they know more about the situation and they're letting on. But no matter what, she's happy and he's happy and they're happy. So that's that. Everybody else need to mind their own business as a result of that. But haters is gonna hate because that is their job. Fishermen are gonna fish, exterminators are gonna exterminate, presidents are gonna stupid, and haters are going to hate. So here. All right. So now I'm going to go to our feature presentation and let's get into it. Give me a moment. Now, I'm going to go over some of her other videos so you can see what she's looks like without filters. Filters is one of the reasons that I don't online date anymore. And I haven't for quite some time. But she looks like complete and total and utter trash. Just saying. I mean, she's not the hottest here, but this is like her best. This is the best picture and the most filtered one. Let's see what she has to say. By the way, this video is entitled, I think her name is Sheila Truelove. White Woman Explains Why Black Men Are Leaving Black Women. She says, ... I'm not going to read past the dots. All right.
Hello, my beautiful diamonds and my Teletubby, Sheila Truelove here with you. I was just laying in my bed, preparing for my 4 o'clock meeting, because as you know, I work as a advice coach. So I was making preparation.
I work as an advice coach. That's just another way of saying I am a pastor. I am a deacon for the sisterhood. What advice could you possibly give people? The sisterhood just circulates bad advice. Now they found some type of way to get paid for it.
For my client, and then I have another client at 8 o'clock. Oh.
It's a person with no credentials to be a therapist, but they want to actually do the job of a therapist. So they say, I'm an advice coach. That's really what it is.
And they already paid me in advance, so I definitely have to show up. So while I'm laying in my bed watching a movie, and then there was a commercial that came on, so I'm scrolling through my TikTok, and I ran into this. And I was very, very offended by one of my vanilla sisters. I'm just saying why.
One of my vanilla sisters. She's not your sister. She's not in your sisterhood of failure. That's why she's not failing. Now she says, I'm disappointed in you, as if she's part of an organization, as if she's an underling in an organization that she wants to be a part of, that the vanilla sister wants to be a part of. It reminds me of when Barack Obama was like, and you brothers haven't been doing what you're supposed to do. Don't let me get my shell on you. When he was talking like that. It's like, listen, don't assume that I am a part of whatever you got going on. You have to make me want to be a member of whatever it is you have. And in this case, it was the Democratic Party. In her case, it's the Sisterhood of Failure, the Black Sisterhood of Failure. She don't want to be a part of that. What benefits do she gain from being a part of this? Black Peen, she already has that. There is no benefit that you have to offer her.
IT person, because she's not no part of no sisterhood as far as I'm concerned. Anytime you think you can outdo me, yeah, girl, I bet, because I ain't met a mofo who could do that yet. But anyway, nothing like her. She tries to make it seem
everybody is outdoing you in every way that can be done. Okay?
like she's better than black women, and the reason why black women can't seem to maintain or sustain relationships. Let me share this with you. Yeah, I was highly offended, but of course all of my
She don't care.
beautiful vanilla sisters don't think this foolishly. Okay, let me share this with you.
Nope. White women have too much power over every last black man. And that's why they try to keep them away from us. I don't know who us is, but I'm assuming that you're a black woman and the white women are trying to keep black men from you.
White women don't have to try to keep black men from black women. Black women keep black men from black women. Before the weekend is over, fellas, I want y'all to get shot down by a black woman. And then I want you to tell her, well, at least a white woman didn't keep me away from you. You did. That's homework. If you get shot down by a black woman, did a white woman keep you away from it? Like, what's her name? Lori Harvey. Did a white woman keep Michael B. Jordan away from Lori Harvey? Or did Lori Harvey keep Michael B. Jordan away from Lori Harvey?
That's not the case. I will tell you from my experience, my black man was practically homeless when we started dating. He had just literally just got on his feet within like 2 weeks of us meeting, and got a place to live. He was living out of a van. Okay. I am his first white woman. He told me, and this is his words, not mine, that
Okay, I'm going to stop right there for a second. I want y'all to notice the subtle language differences between the way black women talk and white women talk. Have you ever, when was the last time, I should say, you heard a black woman refer to herself as a possession of someone else? Or, excuse me, when was the last time you heard a black woman refer to herself as a possession of a black man? So casually. Listen at this.
was living out of a van. Okay. I am his first white woman. He told me, and this is his words, not mine, that black women would not give him the time of day given his circumstance. A black woman wants somebody already done, already put together. The business is
Testing. Hold on. Testing. Okay. Now, didn't we just watch a video? Those of you who work with me every day and you've seen the YouTube short of the day, we covered the short where the black woman was specifically saying that you should wait for the man at the finish line. Get it? Got it? Good. Okay.
booming, and they got money coming in, money flow, big money flow, because they want to be taken care of. I saw the potential in my man, saw how great of a man he was. He's a God-fearing man, and saw how pure his heart is, and saw all of what he was trying to accomplish. And I literally just backed him up on everything. Now we run a successful business together that I helped him build from ground zero. Not from ground zero. He had a little bit going on before me. He's starting to pick up the pieces, but I tremendously help. And he said the biggest difference between me and the black women that he has been with is they want a put together man. And he wasn't quite put together yet. And that was okay with me. I didn't need his.
You see, this isn't black women, or this isn't white women taking something from black women. This is black women leaving something literally on the curb and someone coming around and picking it up. That's what this is you left a lottery ticket on the curb. Somebody came and picked it up and won.
Money. I got my own money. I got me. Financially, I'm good. He was just a bonus. And that, he said, was the biggest difference. And again, I'm the first white woman that this man has ever dated. So his experience was completely different prior to me. I think it is what it is, sweetheart.
Now, notice how she's not being polite about it. She's not being apologetic. She's not being this whole stereotypical nice Becky who tried to please everybody. Because right now, white women are at the point that they realize that black women are going to be mad at them no matter what. There was an episode of Sex in the City. I used to watch it with my mom, and there was one of the women, I think her name is Carrie, and she was dating a black guy, and she just had nothing but good things to say about him and everything. She was just head over heels for him. And then she met his sister. His sister asked her to stop messing with her brother, that she would much rather see him with one of her own. And at first, she thought that she would do the, society pleasing, polite white woman thing and just like, okay, I'm going to do the politically correct thing and step aside. But then she realized that, why do I have to do that? So she stepped to the black woman and they got into a fight. And then the black man came and said, well, she's my sister and she looked after me and blah, blah, blah. Even though your sister isn't going to replace the woman that you lost, you still left a woman for your sister. But that's neither here nor there. The thing is that in that instance, she fought back. This was years ago. This was like 20 years ago. White women aren't taking this crap anymore. Just for the sake of being politically correct, stay away from my man. It's like, no, it would be politically incorrect for me to not get with your man, because then I would be avoiding a group of men, a race, which could read racism. I would be avoiding a race in order to, it would be the same effect. Like I can't, basically I would have to take the stance that I cannot date this man because he's black, which is, from a liberal white person's point of view, racism. So, yeah.
I'm like, what? But you notice what she said in the beginning, white women have too much control over black men. And then she goes,
by the way, this broad is slow. I've seen a couple of her videos. She's a little dense because and throughout this whole video, it's the same thing. She don't realize that the woman was reading somebody else's comment and responding to it, even though the comment is printed on the screen. She don't realize that she was reading somebody else's comment, that it wasn't the white woman who said that that they can take any black man. It wasn't the white woman that said that. It was a black woman who wrote that to her. See, what black women is trying to do, what they're trying to do is they're trying to guilt my penis out of her mouth. And that's it. And they're trying to do it on both sides. They're trying to guilt my penis out of her mouth, out of Becky's mouth. That's what it boils down to. They try to guilt me into taking it out, and they try to guilt her into spitting it out. That's all they got.
into her spiel about how black women, they always want the man to already be put together. Come on, black women, show up and show out. Oh, God, no. What planet is this brought from? That's all black women have done when it comes to a black man, majority of us. But we're learning.
Time machine. Time machine. They go from 2025 to 1965 like that. Like that.
Learning differently now. We're learning that we deserve more than struggle love. You go ahead and keep taking in your homeless men. And trust me.
She don't even realize, I told you she's a little dense. She don't even realize that she just confirmed it. We don't do struggle love anymore. That's what he said. He's not talking about, he's not trying to date or marry women from 1965. He's not. He's saying right now on the market that I am homeless in, black women are not checking for me right now. Your argument is, well, we checked for you in the 60s. Right now, They are not checking for me right now.
Watch how that's going to blow up in her face. Give it time. And then she's going to be up here.
Some time has passed. They're married. Time has passed.
Singing a different song. Now, if you've watched numerous of my videos, I told you where I went wrong when it came to picking my men. What was I doing wrong? I was always picking men based on their potential. I didn't care about you had it all together. And a lot of Ebony...
Okay. There seems to be some confusion going on in the chat room. I'm going to address that, and then I'm going to address what she's talking about when she's talking about picking men. And why a black woman can pick a homeless man and it not work, and a black woman could pick a wealthy man and it not work, and a white woman can pick a homeless man and it works. I'm going to tell you the difference after I address what's going on in the chat room. Right here it says, nah, black women choose bums on purpose. They don't want good men. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something profound. It's all an illusion. They're not picking bums. They're not picking anybody. Not in mass. That's why they're so damn single. You see, it always appears as if it's going somewhere else. Like, you know, educated lames will say, well, if she's not messing with me like that, she must be messing with Pookie. Pookie will say, oh, she's not messing with me. She must be with them white boys. You know, it just, they're not messing with anybody. It just seems like when they're not messing with you like that, that they must be messing with somebody else. They're not messing with bums. They don't want no scrubs. I mean, of course, you're going to see, you know, relationships here and there, but you're going to see that of all types. En masse, they're not messing with anyone. Anyone. Now, a fundamental difference between the black woman who picks up a homeless man and a white woman who picks up a homeless man is that the black woman has a disrespect for black men that is expressed no matter what income level he's at. Now, maybe it's more justified when he is homeless, but make no mistake, she has this desire to disrespect you. And that's the real reason why the relationship fails. When this woman here, she got with her, you know, her dude that was struggling through life at that point, she wasn't going to help with the struggle because she knows that the bond that he has or that they have is her economic superiority over him. So she's not going to build him like the white woman did. And she most certainly isn't going to respect him because, once again, she brought him in to disrespect him. They do the same thing to wealthy men. That's the fundamental difference. That's why it never works, no matter what economic bracket they go for. Hit the like button.
Many women could say the same thing. I look at divorce court at least once a month, and you see so many of these black women working with these.
Someone said, black women just want to be left alone. Thank you. You are alone. And you're complaining. The woman on this screen is alone. And she's complaining. So what are you talking about? Cynthia G's alone. She's complaining. What exactly are you talking about? We just want to be left alone. We've left you alone. And y'all complaining about being left alone. So miss me with that. You're new here. You're new here. What's your name? Sharina. I'm going to tell you this. You got to be smarter. You got to get your weight up if you're going to come after me. Or else you just look like how I just made you look. Okay? Get it, got it, good.
These men putting in the effort, bending over backwards. He don't have a job. He's not showing up to be a team player. But you know, what helped wake me up is I took myself into therapy.
Now remember, she's an advice coach. It's all BS. Therapy, and I'm not talking about the science of therapy or whatnot, is complete and total BS, but it is when a black woman does it. All it is sisterhood meetings that's paid for, typically by somebody else, by, I don't know, Medicare or something like that. It's typically paid by, it's typically paid for something else. But basically, it's where black women go to listen to another person, another black woman, tell them that they're perfect just the way they are. And the reason why they're so darn miserable is because black men. That's why they go there. So, if your marriage counselor just so happens to be a black woman, then you should email the lead attorney.
And each therapist, I always have a male therapist and a female therapist. And I have to do at least 5 to, 10 sessions per therapist because they have to really get to know you. And each and every therapist that I have.
Okay, my mistake. She has male therapists too, but why is she switching? Why are you going to the therapist 5 times and then it's like, oh, this person knows me now, and then you drop them and get another one? Well, I suspect it's because she leaves the moment that they don't tell her what she wants to hear, but what she needs to know. They don't tell her how to improve upon herself or be a better. When they try to do that, she finds another one. And apparently that takes about 5 sessions.
Ever spoken with, they all said the same thing. One, Sheila, you're very well adjusted, because I came with a lot of stuff, in my life. It's happened, but I don't dwell in the past. Number 2, when it comes to the way I pick men, they said I suffer from the broken wing syndrome. Every single person said that. Now, what is the broken wing syndrome? I could see a person.
After 5 sessions, see, this is how I know she has crap therapists. And they're telling her what she wants to hear. I mean, basically, if somebody's telling stories solely from their point of view, and then they say, oh, yes, you have this syndrome, then chances are they are painting that narrative for you, and you're just walking into it.
Who may not have his stuff all together. He has one wing that's good. His body is good. It's good. He has one broken wing, and all he needs is some support. So I'll get up under that, and I'll work with you. As long as I see that you're willing to put in the work and the effort, and I see that you're trying. That was me. I used to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why my therapist told me why it's not good for women to constantly keep picking men based on potential, aka broken wing syndrome, they said, think of it like this. Listen.
Your therapist is a moron. And this white woman is a better therapist for you than this therapist. See, this is what I told you. This is what they go to therapy for. First of all, she's only listening to the ones that tell her stuff like that. Like, you're completely fine. You're just getting with broken men. The fact that you're in therapy means that you are a broken woman. And it's not your wing that's broken. It's your brain. You are a broken woman. You are a mentally broken woman. You have to see a series of therapists in order to, I don't know, not eat cats. I have no idea what would happen if you didn't. But really, you just go there to feel normal. Or to feel like you're on the verge of becoming normal. But you are a broken person. So you have a person who's paid to mend other people's wings, telling you not to mend other people's wings. And you don't see the flaw in this logic because your brain is broken. Let's continue.
Sheila, it's like adopting a bird with a broken wing. You see it, you feel sorry for it, and you believe if you love it enough, and if you care for it enough and help it to heal, it'll take off and it will soar and it will have so much appreciation and they will definitely value you.
And this is why they're trash mothers. This is why they are trash mothers. First of all, if they weren't trash mothers, the guy wouldn't have been homeless in the first place. You know, that white woman's husband. He wouldn't have been homeless in the first place. I bet you his mama's not homeless. So we can establish that they're trash mothers. And we know that he is capable of functioning if given the opportunity, because he is functioning now that he's given the opportunity. So, but even if we didn't go off of that, from what she just said, what she just described, and what the therapist also described to her, would make a person a trash mother. Like, don't mend somebody. Don't help someone thrive because it might not be something in it for you. Now, let's break this down. First of all, the way they see it, the only reason to help somebody else is not through, sugar and spice and everything nice or decent altruistic nature. It's because they want something in return. It's kind of like if I give $1 to a homeless woman, I want some booty. Like it's something like that. They don't have the ability to do things like, adopt children or something like that, or nurture anybody that needs it. They don't have anything. They don't have it in them to build anything to no direct benefit to themselves. And that's even the therapist that she's going to. Like, you shouldn't be mending other people's wings because you think that they're going to help you when you. Yeah. Okay. So a person who has a dog and they take that dog to the vet, Black women will say, "Oh, what? You think that dog is going to give you something?" Like, no, they're doing it because they're kind, decent human beings. Women like this are the type of women that sit there and say, "Wow, this baby is just sucking some milk. I hope, when it gets older, it's going to give me some money." Just stupid.
And then they broke it down. What does it mean to suffer from the broken wing syndrome? It means that you're constantly choosing men who are emotionally wounded, immature, or unstable because you believe you can fix them. You can help them grow, and you can turn them into the man that they could be. But here's the problem.
Okay.
I was dating who he is right now and not who he could be.
Okay.
You see, you can't.
So was she. So was the white woman. But why is this a problem for you?
Build a future off of maybe someday.
But she did.
If he doesn't have it now, if he doesn't.
But she did. You can't build a future off of maybe someday. You mean like she did? You're right when you say you can't build a future off of maybe someday, but they can, and they do.
Doesn't have the drive. They always had the drive, by the way. That's why I hung with them, because they were ambitious. But if they don't have the drive, the respect, the emotional maturity, it's not guaranteed that they ever will. Love.
Nothing is guaranteed, ever. Never buy stock on a black woman's advice. If you buy low, there's no guarantee that it's going to sell high. I know that's why it's investing. Well, I need a guarantee. Why do you need a guarantee? Like, you invest, it's risk involved in investing. Now, she don't even realize that she confirmed each and every single thing that this white woman said that her husband said. That black women don't invest early on black men. Instead of she set out to try to disprove it, but instead she's proven it and trying to justify it. It's like, okay, you didn't want to invest, she did. Hell, I mean, somebody told me about Bitcoin years ago. Egg on my face. I mean, that's what happens when you don't invest. Fear of missing out. You missed out.
Doesn't magically fix people. It just doesn't. Healing is not my job. It's theirs. And after a while, it becomes very exhausting.
Well, if it's not your job, if you don't want the job and a white woman does, then there you go.
Because you become his therapist, his mother, his savior, everything but his partner. And Miss YT woman, she gonna later on find out.
No, she's not. She made it further with him than you made it with any man in your life ever. So there isn't any secrets left. If there was something to find out, she would have found out about it during the boyfriend phase like you did. If she was going to get pumped and dumped, she would have got pumped and dumped by now. No, this is happening to you, and you have to ask why. The best person to ask is this woman, but you're kicking her out the sisterhood that she never has to be a part of.
So instead of being loved with him, you're constantly working on him, and that's exhausting. Most of the times, he's not even trying to grow. He's just comfortable letting you carry the weight, and I see that all the time on divorce court. But I never picked men who was that lazy. And every time I had this faith and belief in them, they did raise to the occasion as long as they had me in their life. But you cheat on me, I'm one and done. You got one time to do that.
So her issues isn't an inability or failure to launch. It's that he's cheating on you. Now, I'm going to say this. Fellas, you should cheat on women like this. Women like this are wildly disrespectful. And I can imagine being in a relationship, especially one where you are on the come up, and you have to put up with all the crap that she wants to unleash on you on a regular basis. You're her punching bag. You're her emotional punching bag. So yeah, cheat. Once you've gotten what you want out of the relationship, and it's not sex, it's to a place where you can do better than her, then do better than her. Absolutely, cheat. To be perfectly honest, it's not even cheating with a woman like this. Because rules don't apply. I mean, she's not a woman. She's not nurturing or supportive, so why wouldn't you cheat? Yeah. And, make a sport of it too. Make a sport of it.
And one thing I would not do is while I was busy trying to help them get on their feet and, become successful, I wanted them to be entrepreneurs, and I knew the way to do it. But while you're so busy working on helping them, You're not chasing your own dreams. That wasn't me. I was still going after what I believed in when it came to myself. And then I had to ask myself, first of all, while I'm dealing with this situation, does this man, does he give me peace? What about...
Okay, Jesus. She's giving advice to a woman apparently who's not chasing her own dream while supporting a man. Some women actually dream of having a man. That's it. Supporting him is supporting their dream. Black women are unique in the way that they have dreams that are independent of families. While other women are dreaming of white picket fence, family, 2-car garage, all that stuff, all that jazz, soccer practice, cutting up carrots for the soccer team and stuff like that. While they're dreaming of that, y'all dreaming of being some corporate broad, and y'all don't even complete that dream.
Respect. How's that respect when you cheated on me? What about my joy? I'm constantly frustrated. I told you marriage is not for me. It's just so not. Because it takes away your peace, your progress, your joy, your energy, your freedom. I couldn't do it. No. It was just too much. I'm always sitting up here thinking about how can I make him better? What can I do as a wife? Because God created a woman as his helper. And that's what I'm trying to do. But you have a lot of these men, they don't want helpers. They want...
Okay. Your definition of help, and I know she was married before, but your definition of help is not what a person needs. And that's because you're stupid. You see, Black women look at help like a drill sergeant or a D1 football coach or something like that. They think that like when a drill sergeant is in your face talking crap, making you do push-ups and commanding that you iron your clothes and hospital corners and stuff like that, they think that that's help. They think that when they do it, they are helping you. But you want to know what you don't see drill sergeants doing? Drill sergeants don't do that when you are actually at war. Coaches aren't doing that during the game. They're not stopping and saying, oh, you got to run a mile, because you missed that fumble. You're not in the line of fire, bombs going over your head, and then the drill sergeant say, whatever they say. I'm not even going to do like a drill sergeant, impression. But it's like, the time is now. You are at it now. So yes, like that's what you are, and it's not helping. It's a terrible mating strategy.
Want do-alls. They want like this Caucasian woman. I bet you she went to the bank, got money, took out loans to open up their business that they got started. First of all, what kind of business do you have?
Doesn't matter.
That's my curiosity.
The business that they have is Nunio. They opened up a Nunio shop. So if you ask what type of business it is, it's a Nunio business. That's what it is. It's a happy white woman and a happy black man business. Okay. They opened up a piano shop, and it's called Ebony and Ivory. Okay.
But for her to sit there on her high horse and think that she's better than an ebony woman.
She is better than an ebony woman. At the specific task of seducing and maintaining that particular black man, she is better than each and every single ebony woman who has tried and failed in the past. or has not tried and failed in the past. So, yes, she has proven that she is better at the task of seducing your men than you are. She's also proven that she's better at the task of seducing her men than you are. So, yes, she's better than you in those regards by her husband's definition.
She doesn't have a clue, baby. She could never measure up to a true queen. And like she said, I have money. I don't need him for.
Yes, she truly can. She can and has. What are you talking about? She could never measure up to me, but she has. Your statement is as foolish as me saying John Jones could never whoop my ass. Excuse me? Bill Gates could never match my bank account. What? That's how foolish she sounds.
Money. She needs, of course not. She wants him for entertainment. Tell me, what shoe size do you wear? That's why she wants him. Can you dance for me? Dance for me, baby. Pop like, let me see your body move. You know what I'm saying? She talking about he was.
I don't know what you're saying. You're saying that she wants him for some Mandingo and Bojango reason? I mean, if she likes to dance and he likes to dance with her, then I guess that's okay. You're just two people that like to dance. Or if he just so happen to be a dancer or an exotic dancer, then, you know, it all works out. I mean, there's a lot of speculation going on with that comment, but I think that's meant to demean the relationship. Listen, actually, I'm going to play a little bit more because I want y'all to hear what she has. I didn't hear the whole thing, but she's going to say something and I'm going to respond.
Was a God-fearing man and he was this. You know how many ebony women have stood by God-fearing men, or so they thought, just to find out later, oh, he was sleeping with a man on the side, or he got this side piece over here.
Here's another myth that they like to put out there about the down low brothers. Yeah, well, you know, they're down low, so you need to divorce your husband because he might leave you for a man one day. No, not gonna fly. There's no reason that a person in modern time has to be in the closet. He would be better off if he was about that life, because it would be easier for him to slang penis when he's homeless. But we're not gonna go there. Stop trying to, you know, throw crap on black men's, image and reputation in order to create artificial scarcity, because that's what they're doing. They're just trying to throw mud on our names so white women would want us less. And if and when that day comes, they got to deal with this, you know. Basically, they're just trying to force black men to deal with their foolishness. That's all it is.
Oh, he's on camera getting out of the car with the Trini brain baby she was signed up for.
Scare tactics.
So for her to sit up here and try to offend ebony women like we don't work hard for our own race and our own.
You literally don't work hard for your own race. You literally just said, I'm not going to be his therapist. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. You just listed all the stuff you're not going to do, talking about how hard you work. You're stupid. You're stupid. If I was your therapist, that's what I would write on a prescription pad. You're stupid.
Nation of men. You see, the man she got, he has no loyalty. He has no integrity.
He's loyal to his wife. What are you talking about? Why should he be loyal to you? He was loyal to black women, and then he was homeless. What does that tell you? Stop. Think about it.
He's sitting up. This is the reason why black people can't rise. Because you have so many of these black men supporting women like her. He's supporting her nation.
Whose nation are you supporting? Whose nation? As a woman who refused to get married because it's too much work, exactly whose nation are you supporting right now?
Comes out of a white man's. That's a white man's semen. His semen is his nation. So you have her, building with her. You make the money from that culture and you end up giving it right back. So she's with a very weak, foolish.
He wasn't making any money until he met her. So really, it's just giving the money back that he got from their nation. Hit the like button.
Man. I won't even call him a man.
Of course. You wonder why you got cheated on. You wonder why little boys are cheating on you, huh? Well, there you go. Hold on right quick. I'm about to type in a pool. Okay, check out the pool in the room.
What kind of man works morning, noon, and night to tear down their own race of women?
Excuse me. He didn't work morning, noon, and night to tear down anything. He was homeless. It's amazing that a single homeless man who finds a woman and he's no longer single or homeless, and her response is, you're somehow tearing down your own community. It's because of his community he was homeless. Wait, what is that? Oh, okay. I clicked the wrong button.
That king material. That's not king material, honey. And the only reason why she's staying so, let me work like a slave, let me work like a dog, because you ever heard of someone who is...
I'm not lazy, but I'm not going to work like a slave or work like a dog. How much do dogs work? Well, anyway, I'm not lazy, but I am going to down talk work every opportunity I get.
Eggplant whipped. He got her whipped with his pickle, baby. But watch when he start going through erectile dysfunction, he have to take pills or use those eggplant rings to keep it up. he has to take injections, and he could get an erection, but he can't maintain it. Watch how she's gonna flip real quick, because that's the only reason why. She's pretty much with him. He's entertainment. He's a distraction.
Okay. So let me check on your survey. Let me check on the survey here. Yeah, fellas, the grueling reality is so grueling. She's using me for my eggplant. I can't believe I'm being used for my eggplant. This is just so terrible. This is just so terrible. I feel like a piece of meat. I feel like a piece of long, hard, 12-foot Philly cheesesteak meat. How dare you use me like a tube steak, like salami? How dare you use me in this way? It's just so terrible. All you want to do is suck my penis. This is just so terrible. Wow. All right, let me check the survey. Okay, it's 50-50. So most of you are saying no, actually. All right. And now it's 56-44. So most of you are saying no, you don't mind if you are used for your eggplant. I don't. This is what I mean when I say dense. So we are going to leave a woman who likes our penis? Is that what you're suggesting? Now, the guys like the one from the video yesterday is just that stupid. I ain't gonna let this snow bunny use me for my penis. I'm gonna let a black woman, I'm gonna try to use a black woman for her vagina. Okay. Yeah, good luck with that. Basically, you're saying that it's a bad thing that she's sexually addicted to him.
There's a sickness that runs very.
She got something right. She just said there is a sickness that runs very deep in the black community, and we are looking at it. We are looking at it.
It's not always spoken about, but it shows up. It's called self-hatred.
Okay.
And it's time that we.
It's not really self-hatred when I like to put my penis in the mouth of somebody who like to have my penis in their mouth. That's not really self-hatred. That's penis love. It's a quid pro quo, really. That's what you call a symbiotic relationship. Having sex with somebody that likes to have sex with you. It's what most non-idiot men do. So, option A, homeless incel. Option B, get with a woman who's addicted to your penis. Okay.
Who were born of black, they begin to despise the very people who birthed them, who loved them, and who carried them through life.
Okay.
And that's because
Somewhere along the way, probably somewhere along the way is probably right around the time he became homeless. Like, somewhere along the way, he lost his faith in black women. Yeah, probably that first meal out of a garbage can. You know, that's probably when he lost his way. I mean, you know, this fictitious grandma, mother, sisters, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they all let his ass be homeless now, didn't they? Didn't they? I mean, it's not like they were homeless with him. They all left him homeless. Each and every single black woman he has ever known allowed him to be homeless. And one white woman, the first white woman he ever spoke to, built him up and out of homelessness. What does that tell you? It didn't take much convincing. He's more powerful now than he was when he was homeless. So it didn't take much convincing at all. Homeless, not homeless. Homeless, not homeless. Homeless, not homeless. You see how little convincing it takes? Incel, white pussy. Incel, white pussy. Incel, white pussy. You see, y'all really made the decision very easy. And y'all expect him to be loyalist, homeless, and pussyless for the sake of loyalty. Ha! You're stupid. The nation distanced himself from him. That's why he was homeless. Shout out to Mace. Being broken alone, something I can't condone. Now he's neither. It's funny how it's about her somehow. Interracial couples is about black women. Y'all heard it just like I did. Y'all heard it just like I did. Look at her hair. Press 1 in the chat room if you have her hair texture. These chicks are ridiculously insane. Ridiculously insane. I want to be with someone with my hair texture. As you are sitting there in what looks like a wig. What in the world are you talking about your hair texture? She actually thinks that she has like standard 4B hair texture. She probably do by nature, but she don't like by general construct. You don't have the same hair texture of black men. You don't. Or natural black women. You just don't. What in the world are you talking about? Yep. Yep. She actually said that, fellas. A woman. A woman. A woman. With dyed, fried, and laid to the side hair texture says every morning when I look at my hair texture. Oh, no audio from the video? Thanks. Oh crap. So y'all missed a lot then. Let me go back. Let me go out and go back in. Okay, let me play some more. Tell me if I hear it.
And tragically, some have turned that pain against their own people. I know when I get up in the morning, I want to see someone who's a reflection of me. Sure. Because it reminds me of my strength. Every time you look in the mirror and you look at your hair texture, baby, that's a reminder of how strong you are.
So what is it a reminder of when you're looking at somebody else's hair texture? Oh, it's a reminder of how strong they are. When you look in the mirror and you look at somebody else's hair texture, it reminds you of how strong they are. I get it. I get it now. And another reminder of how strong they are is when you see them with your man and his strong hair texture. I got it now. Okay. Get it, got it, good.
I don't want to get up in the morning and have to look at someone and every injustice in this world. Or looking at the hair texture, which, no offense, weakness. No. I want to be reminded every day of how powerful, how strong, how resilient I am. And if I'm in the hospital bed and my eyes and I look at another black person, the darker, the better. Because I know they had a lot to overcome. And while they're in that hospital room with me and I open my eyes and I look at you, it reminds me of my strength. It reminds me how strong I am. Looking at you. Like I said, it's a constant
reminder of my beauty. Okay, so speaking of texture, I want y'all to look at the skin tone complexion of this woman, right? The skin tone complexion of this woman. Look at it. Now, I'm going to show y'all her on video. Hold on. Let me show y'all the unfiltered version of this woman. See why I don't online date? See why I don't online date? You see why I don't online date? Look at this crap. Look at her strong black woman hair texture. She has 227,000 subscribers. Look at the title of this video. I just picked a random video. Why being single is always going to be the best option for a lot of women of today and this generation. Okay. I mean, well, apparently this homeless man said, fuck that. And then he got with somebody who is addicted to his eggplant, apparently. Yep. All right. Now let's go back to the filter. Oh, and by the way, the reason why she used her avatar picture on today, on right here. Yeah, this is her avatar picture. The reason why she used her avatar picture here is because she was having an ugly day. She wasn't camera ready today. She was camera ready on that other video, but on this one, she wasn't camera ready. This was a bad day. Somebody said that has to be a filter.
I hope I don't seem arrogant.
It's like being in Jurassic Park and it's like, hey, that has to be a dinosaur. Yes, it's a filter.
But that's just the way I see it. You have so many of these black men, they talk down to black women. They speak badly about them. They idolize everything and anything.
Didn't you just get finished calling us gay? And all kind of crap? Ah.
But what they came from, they use their platform to try to shame black women. They don't try to uplift their own race and their own nation, which is why we're always at the bottom of the barrel. You know, the man is...
Yeah, that's why. You have another video saying that, that women this generation should not get married, meaning that you're not trying to uplift the race. He's contributing half black children to society. What are you doing?
Is the leader, the captain, supposed to be the king?
You're supposed to be the follower. What do you call that? The first mate. You're supposed to be the queen. But you're not any of those things because you don't do the thing that a woman needs to do to become a queen, and that's get married. And support her husband, of course.
Look at the kind of things that black women have to work with. A group of men who wants to tear down their own race and nation of women. Come on now. That's not strength. That's not pride. And that damn sure ain't love. That is trauma. He has that slave mentality. And that's that residue of racism, that slavery, that's still alive, very alive in their minds. And what black men don't understand is that real power, let's talk power, it's not found in rejecting who you are or your race and your nation.
No, real power is in rejecting successful black men.
It's in embracing who you are. It's in loving your blackness, power, strong, resilient, strength. It's also when it comes to uplifting your black sisters, and it's healing the wounds.
Y'all heard it, fellas. Real strength is in uplifting her. Ever notice how when they define manhood and masculinity, it always benefits them? I mean, I do the same thing. I tell women all the time, real strength is overcoming your gag reflexes. Real strength is ignoring the taste and swallowing anyway. Real strength is not getting jealous during a threesome. See how easily your techniques can be applied to you?
that so many ebony people have suffered from. I don't like to deal in the past, as you know. I believe in Philippians chapter 3, verse 12 through
Holy
15,
crap.
leave the past in the past. But when you have so many black men who are working morning, noon, and night diligently to make black women feel rejected, they're working hard to tear down your own nation. What
Um,
sense does that make?
isn't that what you're doing right now?
And I get a little uptight when it comes to these YT women, like you just saw, because they already know that there's a shortage of black men. And the little bit that black.
Let me see if I can wrap my head around this. So now there's a shortage of black men. It's funny that she had no problem finding one. I mean, since black men are such like a dodo egg and there's a shortage, how come she had no problem? This YT woman had no problem finding one. Now, by the way, black women found him first and they, they turned him down and, and now he's homeless. How come nobody else is saying that there's a shortage? Huh. Curious.
Women have, they want to come and take that too. They want to come and take as much as they can. No, I just don't support black men dating outside their.
It's not taking. You literally left it on the curve. You literally left it on the curve. They took my eggplant. You threw it away.
Their race because there's not a woman shortage. You have ebony women. We come in all colors, all shapes, all sizes, all hair texture, all eye colors. There's no reason. Now,
well, they actually come in all shapes, all sizes, all colors, eye colors, hair texture, all that. In fact, they come in more shapes than you do. Y'all just come in like fat, not so fat, and one day will be fat. A stage that I call pre-fat. And y'all don't come in different hair textures. Y'all buy the same wig from the same damn shop. So I have to call cap on that. No pun intended. I'm not talking about your wig.
Now, when I see an ebony woman dating outside her race, it's because you have 100 black women, 50 black men, half of them are gay, okay? And
I didn't know half of black men are gay. And you wonder why you get cheated on.
you got half of them who are incarcerated. So that leaves basically for these 100 women, she may have something like what, 12, 15 to pick from?
Fellas, I want y'all to go somewhere where singles meet up and see if it's 100 women, 100 black women, and 10, 15 black men. I want y'all to tell me. I want y'all to tell me if that's the case. This is more lies.
So there's always going to be some ebony women who are going to end up single. And we can understand that because of the male-female ratio. But my thing is, you see.
Okay. Let's see. Black, male, female ratio in America. In the United States, there are fewer black males than females. Specifically, there are approximately 88% black men for every 100 women. So that's not 50-50 at all. And really, the other 12 comes from like later in life because women live longer than men. But like earlier, like in your 20s and stuff, it's pretty close. Hold on, let's see. Okay, they even do like outside of prison. So apparently outside of prison it's 83. So basically, if you just so happen to be the bottom 17 of bitches, 17% of bitches, then yes, you will find yourself at a deficit. Bottom 17%. Now the bottom 17% of your class don't graduate, they don't get a diploma. So apparently the bottom 17% of women don't get a dick. But they love to make it seem like 50% are in jail or dead or something like that. They just love to say that to give excuse, to give validation to why they're lonely now. Oh, I'm lonely because I'm loyal to men, but they're all in jail and blah, 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 blah. But Becky didn't have any problem finding one, now did she? One that has dated women like you.
Black women already have so little already, and you want to come and try to take the little that they have, that's disrespectful.
Didn't take it, you left it.
That's the way I see it. That's the way I will always.
She don't owe you respect either.
See it. Now, and I could see if black families and black households was already doing well, and then you want to go outside and, you know, date around, because love don't have no color. Let's keep it real. It really don't.
Love don't have no color. So why are you in these people's business?
But don't sit around here and try to take the little bit that black people have, black women, and you want to take the little they have. That's sick. Now, if we was already with black men in the household, you're black men, I don't know. I just say if you want a good man, you get a good man. They have no color to that. But okay, especially when you look at the male-female ratio. But I could see if we was already doing okay, and then you wanted to date outside your race, I say, go ahead, baby. I encourage you. But how you going to sit up here and help everybody else's race and nation when yours need the help so desperately? I mean, how do you justify that in your head? Because personally, me, I don't get it.
It's an easy justification. I don't owe you shit. A, I don't owe you shit. B, he has tried and failed with black women. And C, look at A.
Anyway.
And D, A and B.
Let me close again with this very disrespectful YT person. She's very disrespectful. Now, don't forget, white women have so much power over the black man. Uh-huh.
That's a black woman saying it. The reason why black women talk like that, have power over them, and all she's doing is just being a loving, supportive wife, they look at it as power because they don't want to be with a black man. They just want to have power over him. And that's how they see this. That's how they see this relationship with the white woman and the black man, as her having power over him. And they're jealous of the perceived power that she has over him. You see the ridiculousness? They're basically saying, that's my slave. And because he was groomed to be a slave, they're upset that he is not their slave.
White women have too much power over every last black man. And that's why they try to keep them away from us. I don't know who us is, but I'm assuming that you're a black woman and the white women are trying to keep black men from you. That's not the case. I will tell you from my experience, my black man was practically homeless when we started dating.
So I guess she's encouraging all black women, go out there and find yourself a homeless guy, a bum, so you can go through that struggle of black women have already been through that and we're sick of it.
Okay, so he was right. Y'all not willing to meet him until he's at the finish line. And she was. Once again, why are you saying that you will not mess with this man while condemning him for messing with her? She's literally picking up your leftovers and you're still mad.
And I look in her eyes and I can see how foolish she is. I don't know if you're a good reader of body language and the eyes. You can look at her and I know she's a dope smoker. She looks like she's like on something. And she has some kind of mental and emotional health issues.
Ha! Ha! Isn't that the wig calling the hair blonde? Ha! Holy crap. Oh, crap, 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 crap. She looks like she has mental health issues. Says the person that goes through therapists, that gets a new therapist once every month. So she looks like she has mental health issues. Let's just take a look at you without the filters. Let's just take a look at you without the filters and let's see what a healthy-minded person looks like. You know, I'll play the video so we can judge your mannerisms and stuff, just like you judged hers. And let us take a look. So this is you without the filters. Okay, I guess you look like a mentally healthy woman, so let's see. Okay, so y'all be the judge. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Somebody said no offense. Oh, wait a minute. No offense, but I can look at her and tell she's a skank, LOL. Well, she's a married skank. You know. I'll put it like this. He's doing good for a homeless man. Okay. Since y'all saying stuff, put a 1 in the chat room if you would pick her. Put a 2 in the chat room if you would pick Ms. Brown Sugar.
Trust, I can look at her and I got her all summed up.
He had just literally just got on his feet within like 2 weeks of us meeting, and got a place to live. He was living out of a van. Okay. I am his first white woman. He told me, and this is his words, not mine, that black women would not give him the time of day given his circumstance. A black woman.
Yeah, you see how black men go around telling these other races of women, dogging black women, talking negatively about them. He's not.
Is talking negatively to say that they're not interested in him? Y'all say it all the damn time. What do you think, divester, swirler, decentering men? So between the divesters, the swirlers, and the decentering men, women out there, a black man said, yeah, they're not really checking for me like that. Oh, how dare you talk about black women like that? You tell on yourself. You tell on yourself all the time. He's just saying what y'all say publicly.
I'm going to tell her the truth that so many black women have tried to help him. They've done everything in their power. He is not going to tell that part, though.
Wants somebody already done, already put together. The business is booming, and they got money coming in, money flow, big money flow, because they want to be taken care of. I saw the potential in my man, saw how.
Oh, she saw the potential. You know that thing that y'all overlook all the damn time? And you know, black women are looking at this saying, you know, that's his preference. He has a preference. Okay.
Great of a man he was. He's a God-fearing man, and saw how pure his heart is, and saw.
So she acts like she's doing something or can see something that black women, we overlooked it. We had no clue.
She literally did see something that black women literally overlooked. He never been with a white woman before. 100% of the black women he messed with overlooked that, and 100% of the white women he messed with seen that.
Where was she in the forefront of slavery times or in history, standing on the same line?
Where were you on the forefront of slavery? Oh, you wasn't born. Well, you're old as hell, but I still think you wasn't born when that was going on. That's why I'm not about that reparation life, because stop trying to get credit for something other people did. Stop it.
Fighting with the black men, getting beaten up by dogs. You know where she was? She was scared. She was someone saying, "Oh, I'm so scared." Black women were scared too, but we was.
Actually, white women were freedom fighters, and they marched with King and all that jazz. Yeah. Yeah. They were.
Still out there besides our men, our bellies full with a baby, being hit with bats, hold down with these water sprinklers, dogs biting all on black women while she was out there fighting with her black man. And then something like her, she wants to come along and you know what? She has a lot of nerve and audacity. That's what she has.
All of what he was trying to accomplish, and I literally just backed.
I wonder if Martin Luther King knew that by allowing the black women in the marches and stuff that we would forever be their bitch. At least according to them. I wonder, did he know that that was the thinking going on? That 60 years later they'll still be demanding shit like, hey, yeah, you remember that time I marched with you? First of all, you didn't. Second of all, I don't owe you shit.
Backed him up on
Whatever.
everything.
Child, please.
Now
Okay, I'm back. Testing. I don't know what happened there, but appreciate y'all staying with me. All right, so let me go back a little bit. Let me represent, and then let me go back a little bit. Somebody press 1 to let me know y'all can hear me. Somebody, okay, cool.
I don't know who us is, but white women have too much power over every last black man. And that's why they try to keep them away from us. I don't know who us is, but I'm assuming that you're a black woman and the white women are trying to keep black men from you. That's not the case. I will tell you from my experience, my black man was practically homeless when we started dating.
So I guess she's encouraging all black women, go out there and find yourself a homeless guy, a bum, so you can go through that struggle. Love, black women have already been through that, and we're sick of it. And I look in her eyes, and I can see how foolish she is. I don't know if you're a good reader of body language and the eyes. You can look at her, and I know she's just a smoker. She looks like she's like on something, and she has some kind of mental and emotional health issues. Trust, I can look at her, and I got her all summed up.
That's projecting like I don't know what.
He had just literally just got on his feet within like 2 weeks of us meeting, and got a place to live. He was living out of a van. Okay. I am his first white woman. He told me, and this is his words, not mine, that black women would not give him the time of day given his circumstance. A black woman.
Yeah, you see how black men go around telling these other races of women, don't.
Notice she didn't deny it. But yet she condemned him for sharing it. Let's continue.
Fucking black women talking negatively about them. He's not going to tell her the truth that so many black women have tried to help him. They've done everything in their power. He is not going to tell that part, though.
Why would she assume that black women have tried to help him? Why would she assume that they did anything in their power? See how she's just trying to arbitrarily take credit? He is homeless. He was homeless. How did they try to help him? They helped him become homelesser.
Wants somebody already done, already put together. The business is booming, and they got money coming in, money flow, big money flow, because they want to be taken care of. I saw the potential in my man, saw how great of a man he was. He's a God-fearing man, and saw how pure his heart is, and saw.
So she acts like she's doing something or can see something that black women, we overlooked it. We had.
That's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. Y'all overlooked something that she's seen. That is exactly what happened.
No clue. Where was she in the forefront slavery times or in history, standing on the same line, fighting with the black men, getting beaten up by dogs? You know where she was? She was scared. She was someone saying, "Oh, I'm so scared." Black women were scared too, but we were still out there besides.
White women were besides us too during the Martin Luther King March.
Our men, our bellies full with a baby, being hit with bats, hold down with these water sprinklers, dogs biting all on black women while she was out there fighting with her black man. And then something like her, she wants to come along, and you really have a lot of nerve and audacity. That's what she has.
All of what he was trying to accomplish, and I literally just backed him up on everything.
Child, please.
Now we run a successful business together that I helped him build.
Yeah, and I bet you she's paying most of the money. She's putting all of it in because she don't want to let go of Mr. Mandingo.
From ground zero. Not from ground zero. He had a little bit going on before me. He's starting to pick up the pieces, but I tremendously help. And he said the biggest difference between me and the Black women that he has been with is they want a put together man, and he wasn't quite put together yet, and that was okay with me.
Should we introduce her to Youre 7? She don't want us to introduce her.
So let me get this straight. She's happy in her situation. And she's saying that the problem that her husband had was that Black women, were requiring that he is a finished product. And she's going to introduce her to Youre 7, the women that's encouraging all women to demand that a man is a finished product. Stupid. You just treat them like Jared.
Her to what, Youre Awakening? This woman is delusional. Go on TikTok, type in Youre Awakening, and look at some Youre 7 and educate this fool.
I didn't need his money. I got my own money. I got me. Financially, I'm good. He was just a bonus.
Yeah, he was just entertainment. He was a distraction. He knows how to dance. He got swag.
Isn't that what y'all go for? Apparently he didn't have enough for a Black woman, so there he is.
And did you see the size of the that eggplant he's carrying? That's what she's about.
Seemed like you're more focused on
and
his
that
eggplant
he
than
said
you
was
were.
the biggest difference.
Yeah, whatever.
And again, I'm the first white woman that this man has ever dated. So his experience was completely different prior to me.
I don't know, my beautiful diamonds and my Teletubbies. Am I being overly sensitive, or are you just as offended as I am? I don't know. Maybe
No one cares.
I don't need nobody validating me because I know right from wrong. And you don't sit up here and try to tear down a whole race of women thinking that you're better than me, baby, when you're not even fit to lick my boots. Trust and believe that. Anyway, this is for critical.
Y'all hear the insanity? You are not fit to lick my boots. Yeah. You wonder why Black men leave right after you save them from homelessness. Yeah, okay. You're nuts. Old nuts.
Critical review, educational and reaction purposes. Please share your comments. I love you. And all my vanilla sisters, you already know how I feel about you. Just look at all of my videos. I'm all about sisterhood.
No, she's all about uniting women against Black men. If she could successfully unite both Black and white women and all women against Black men, then Black men would have no choice but to deal with her crazy ass. That's all this is about, is eliminating options for Black men. Get it? Got it? Good. That's what the loyalty talk is about. That's what the false gay accusations is about, etc., etc., etc. Eliminating options for Black men.
I don't care what color you are. As long as you're a woman, I'm with it. At the same time, I'm not going to let no woman like this sit around here and try to discredit ebony women or women of color. She's delusional. She's green, totally green. She don't have a clue of what she's setting herself up for, but that's okay. Time reveals all things. She got some lessons to learn. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Okay, so apparently she did like a fake Youre 7 sprinkle sprinkle. You know, she did like the Hunt's Cats Up version of that. So let's see. Let's see what their comment section has to say. So she hearted everybody, meaning she didn't read it. She just went in and pressed the heart button. But let's see. She's delusional. Black women have been the one who stood with black men despite what they had. He's talking about his situation now. He's not talking about, okay, let me show y'all this picture. Actually, this is interesting. I'm going to show this. Hold on. So, this is at a King March. White woman, white woman. It's a bunch of white guys there. March on Washington 2017. King Women's March. Yeah. So, yeah. So everything y'all claim, they can claim too. But you shouldn't be claiming crap from 60 years ago. They is still trying to get over on something that happened 60 years ago, over half a century ago. Wasn't it a black woman that said, "What have you done for me lately?" Yet white women and black men have the highest breakup stats. Why do they break up more than any other group? Because they get together more. Next question. Great for her and her black man. I'm a together woman, and yes, I want a together man. Good for you. She wanted that man, and now he's a together man. All right. Girl, us black women always try to build from the bottom. Well, she tried to build from the bottom and she won. See, the thing about it is they actually succeed when they try to build from the bottom, apparently. Y'all try to build from the bottom and fail all the time. And we are tired. Okay, you're tired from the efforts of other people. Got you. Her, she's not tired. So there you go. She's still willing to work. Her and any other white woman that wants struggle love can have it. Well, it doesn't seem like they're struggling anymore. I did the Build-A-Bear for 11 years and now we're no longer together. I'm good, love. Okay. How much mouthwash will she need after swallowing all that BS? Okay. And she's just laughing hysterically. I don't even know what that means. Let's not talk about the child/children they leave behind for women to raise on their own for years. Okay, let's not talk about that because the women that's choosing to do that. So she's full of herself. All men are good at using women. Let her get used. She's over there looking like young Martha Stewart trying to preach. She was really just returning, or she was really just answering the question that was in the chat room. She just swallowed the BS. So basically, what's consistent in this chat room is a lack of trust. There's a lack of trust going on between black men and black women. And it's like, okay, if you don't trust that when I become successful, if and when, I'm not homeless, that I will still be there, then there's nothing I can do about that. I'm going to go with someone who can. Men can only deal with the options that they have, and his option just so happened to have been this white woman. They can only choose from the options they have. If she's willing to do that, it's her business. I'm not doing it. He's homeless for a reason. Most men that I've seen don't grind the way women do. Okay, my head hurts. These women are so oblivious to all of the provisions that they get from society in order to succeed. If they don't succeed, they complain that the wealth gap, the pay gap. They complain about the pay gap when they don't succeed. So people pay them more and give them more provisions, and then they say something like, "Yeah, the men just don't have our drive. Drive to what? Annoy society into giving you shit." Been complaining about for years. Laugh now, cry later. We don't want to hear it when they start all these videos about how they were abandoned/abused while trying to win the hearts of an ungrateful man. Well, I don't hear those videos. The only videos I see of women talking shit about black men are black women. The only videos of women I see talking shit about black men are black women. Like, oh, she gonna be complaining. Black men have been in white women's pussies since the day after slavery. Actually, 2 days after slavery. Yeah. In fact, today is the anniversary. Yeah, June 21st. Okay, so I'm gonna give a shout out. In fact, I got to go out now for the celebration because Juneteenth was the day before yesterday. Today is June 20th. That is the first day that a free black man got between a white woman's thighs. It took him 2 days, and he just went in that motherfucker. June 20th, June 21st, 1965 is the 160-year anniversary of free black man tapping some white ass. So I want everybody to celebrate and celebrate well tonight. June 20th. If she's willing to do that, oh, I'm not. Okay, I already read that one. We ain't going and we ain't doing it. Okay, then let her do it. Have at white woman. Black women deserve better. Really? How? Why? And we will not apologize for our standards. Good, don't. Live with those standards. We have by and large raised our standards, education, and contribution to society. No, you haven't. You haven't contributed shit to society. It's not. First of all, they're not net taxpayers, meaning that they receive more than they give. But that's neither here nor there. When I say don't contribute shit to society, like as far as keeping families together, building families, creating new generations of healthy, functioning, children for the future of the nation, you don't contribute that. Because by and large, you're pieces of shit. All right. It's not too much to ask for our counterparts to come with the same that we come with. We come with more. It's desperate to accept anything less, especially for women of a certain age. Oh, so yeah, old bitch babble. Black women are so stupid that the older they are, the more that they demand. They're the car dealership that increased the price of a car every year. When it was a 2020, when it was a 2020, let's just say Toyota Prius, it sold for $30,000. And 5 years later, you're trying to sell it for $50,000 because you're that stupid. All right. That woman's video was pure clickbait. Okay. Well, her husband is giving her pure dick bait. All right. Says, my father taught me better than if a man can't equal what he has done for me, he would not approve of the relationship. Look at your old fat ass. I could just see from the small thumbnail that you are an old, fat, ugly bitch. But, yep, and I was right. LOL, he's using her. They do not understand the concept of mutual exchange. If I go to the donut shop and buy a donut, and then some jackass say, they're using you for money. It's like, yes, and I'm using him for a donut. The fuck is wrong with you? It's a fair exchange. It is a fair exchange. Y'all don't understand that because y'all have a hustle mentality. Like us black women is mad. Please. She just spent the entire video bitching. Yes, she's mad. She even said, I'm not happy. This was hilarious. Karen, wait until he trades you in for a Latino. So first of all, holy crap. So first of all, I thought white women were our preference. Then we get on and leave your ass for a white girl. So after years of cautioning black women that black men will eventually leave you for a white woman, and then when he gets with a white woman, they're trying to caution her the only way they know how. So no, he's going to leave you for a Latina. No, there's no need to do that. All he has to do is say something. And I actually had a white girl do this. And full disclosure, she was crazy in a good way. But I was really, really, really hoping that someday she would set it up so I can fuck her roommate, one of her roommates. Whole nother story. Maybe I'll tell it on movie night. But as white as can be, wanted to call me Poppy. Like, okay. So if a guy really wants a Latina so bad, then just dye your white girl's hair black and ask her to call you Poppy and fix you tacos. Like, is it really that, hey, do you? Well, do her, and then do you. If that's what floats your boat, hit the like button. Homeless men. She should read Princella, book 41, Shades of Men. Well, she don't need it because she got a man. Just stupid. Why are you reading the book of a lesbian? Okay. Instead of her listening to a woman who actually got a man. Happy June 20th, people. Happy June 20th. Okay. Yes, she's crazy. Yes, she's the one that's crazy in this scenario. Funny thing, I met an older man. Let's see. Funny thing, I met an older man. We are both black, and he works and has several businesses and working on another. He took me out to eat several times, says he is a Christian, but asking me to basically be of support. He says he's Christian, but asking me to basically be of support. Okay, maybe that's Bible talk. All right. I asked him, what do you want me to do what do you want me to do? And he keeps trying to convince that sex before marriage him is fine because I'm not a virgin. Okay. We are over 50. We are over 50, and I said no thank you. I was trying to get to know you, and that is why I dated you. I ended up blocking him. It's just not worth it. Christ is king, not men or any money. Fellas, get a passport. If you find yourself begging a 50-plus-year-old bitch for some pussy that she done gave to so many people over her 50 years of living, that is a definition of down bad. You see, black women only have two mating strategies. Just two. Give up the pussy or not give up the pussy. That is it. That's their only strategies. They do not know any other way to seduce a man or maintain a relationship. Those are the only two tactics they have. Give up the pussy or not give up the pussy. Those are the only two tactics they have. I'm going to say that one more time so y'all can understand this. The only two tactics they have is giving up the pussy or not giving up the pussy. And it just swings back and forth. Even in their 50s, they just swing back and forth. So basically, let's just say she's 50, right? Let's just say she's 50-0. She's been an adult for 32 years. So let's not even count that she was using those tactics when, because I know she didn't start fucking at 18. But we're going to give the benefit of the doubt and say that she has been using this tactic for 32 years, at least. She meets a guy and she's like, okay, I'm going to give him a pussy. Oh, he left me. He left me. And then the next guy, okay, I'm going to make him wait. Oh, he left me. He left me. He left me. Then the next guy, like, okay, I'm going to give up the pussy. Oh, he left me. For 32 fucking years. He just got her on the wrong cycle. The next guy is going to get the pussy. He's going to get that 50-plus-year-old gray-haired pussy. And then he's going to leave her. And you want to know why? Imagine playing a video game and you don't know that there's other buttons on the controller. You're just pressing X all the damn time. You're not even using a joystick. The only thing you know is how to press X. Wondering why you're losing. That's black women. There are other things you have to do to secure relationships. It's not just about pussy. Notice how she didn't mention anything else of substance. Notice that? About the relationship? The entirety of the relationship, her description of it was, he gave me dates and I didn't give him pussy. That's it. That's all they understand. Notice how when the white woman talked about her relationship, she didn't even talk about sex. Like that didn't even come up when talking about the quality and how she secured the relationship with this guy. Kudos to you, YW. Okay. LOL. You want some cookies and milk? Well, probably just cookies. We're not feeding into your false narrative. Keep him if you can. Okay. now there's a lot of foolish talk going on in this. Let me see. She needs to watch Waiting to Exhale. Yes, she do, because apparently the guy left Angela Bassett for a woman like her. It's amazing that they talk. Basically what they're saying is she needs to be indoctrinated like a black woman. She needs Sheila 7. She needs to watch Waiting to Exhale. She needs to watch Color Purple. They're like, why should she watch fiction that paints false narratives about black men when she has an actual real life black man fucking her every night? I'm going to say a word that may cause trouble, but I'm not going to sugarcoat this word. Jew. There, I said it. So there was a mustache guy that spread a bunch of propaganda that the aforementioned people had tails. They had tails, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now imagine a person who knows the aforementioned people, let's just call them God's chosen, knows them personally, and then somebody else comes along and says, you need to look at these posters. You need to listen to this mustache guy about their tails. It's like, well, I'm looking right there where a tail would be, and there's no tail. Oh yeah, well, you need to watch this propaganda. You need to watch Waiting to Exhale. It's like, why? I'm already married and he hasn't done that. You need to watch Color Purple. Well, it's not 1920. I'm not 13. He doesn't beat me. What in the world are you? Yeah, this is just madness. What does that say about her standards? Oh, she's something else. Well, it says, like she says, she sees potential where you didn't. This is weird, but there's a lot of weirdos in our chat room. Apparently, she says 100 and gives the video a thumb up. And then she agreed with herself about the 100 and thumb up that she gave the video. Because she's stupid. It's a lot of that going on here. She's a fool. She'll find out. Yeah, okay. I don't care. I kind of feel bad for them in a way, and in a way I don't. You didn't say anything. Okay. Is this the same person? I could have swore I've seen this name before. All right, I'm gonna read some of your comments. This is just, when I seen this level of stupidity, I had to share with you all. Y'all understand? GC Yada Awakening is the guy who said a black man should pay $50K cash before being with a black woman. Oh, I don't know who that person is. I don't want to know. I don't go out looking for this stuff. I really don't. When I find it, I share it with you. And since TikTok, I am able to find a lot more, so I share a lot more. But yeah, this is. They actually eat this. See, here's what it comes down to, and maybe I'll make a separate short video. Black women watch too much fucking TV. And now YouTube. But they all live in this fantasy world. That's why they all have this, for every one black woman, for every 100 black women, there's 12 black men. They get this stuff from the delusions that they feed each other on television. Hold on. How many hours of TV do black women watch? All right, let's see. Okay, so black women in the U.S. watch significantly more television than average U.S. women. You think? Nielsen reports that black women spend an average of 51 hours and 36 minutes per week on live and time shifted TV, compared to 36 hours and 38 minutes for all women in the U.S. This translates to roughly 7 hours and 22 minutes per day for black women. Wow. Wow. They actually spend more time watching TV than they are at work. Okay. Let's see. Oh, they even break it down to like DVR playbacks and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that. I am going to just remove that and let's just see. Okay, they're slick with this. So I type in black men. Same question. I just removed the W and the O. How many hours of TV do black men watch? And then the AI answer is black adults in the US watch more television than any other ethnic group. So notice how they don't tell you how much less hours black men watch of TV. When you ask it about black men, and y'all could Google it yourself. When you ask it about black men, it's like, oh, well, the black adults, the black family, they watch a lot. It's like, no, I'm asking specifically how much black men watch. And they're not giving it to us. Even Google protects black women. Yeah, that's because AI algorithms are shit. They just regurgitate data that's fed to them. But let's see. But nevertheless, watch too much damn TV and too much YouTube and stuff like that, to where they are incapable of distinguishing, television from reality. Meaning that, if on television they see a black man beat a black woman, then black men are black women beaters. Because why would the TV lie to them? So, yeah. Anyway, let me read some more comments. Divest, okay. I literally grew up down the street from the civil rights movement. Oh, okay. I didn't know he was OG. We never saw footage of pregnant women being blasted with water. Of course they exaggerate because they're trying to get sympathy eggplant. Okay. Thanks for that. What's going on, Snazzy? Oh, I already read. Okay, so I was actually above where I was before. Okay. Is she a big bat? Because she sounds like a big bat. Cool. Oh, you want to see what the women sound like or what the women look like? I'll show you. Her name is Sheila. Well, she's an old head. I mean, her skin looked like Django's saddle. Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of big. I don't mean I was around during the civil rights movement. I'm from the city. Yeah, I mean, I'm from like the home of the Panthers. So I get what you're saying. But no, nobody heard of anything like that. And when I drive down those same streets today, a lot of black men holding hands with white women. Well, that's Martin Luther King's dream. Big back, big back. Yeah, she's. I mean, no matter what, she's old and obnoxious. Like, it's really not a matter of big at that point. Like, you have so many reasons that you're not qualified. Like once you have like one major thing, like it's like applying to Harvard and not having your high school diploma. Like you do realize that you got a 4.0 GPA and you're applying to Harvard. I'm not even going to look at your extracurricular activities at this point. Like they're not going to look at your SAT scores if your GPA is like 1.8 or some crap like that. Like, what do you like? I'm not looking at how fat she is. She's old and obnoxious. Like, what the fuck do I care about how fat she is at that point? Maybe she was attractive when she was younger. Possibly. Like anything's possible. Which means she wasted her youth. And now she's mad at black men. Attractive women back in their day were way more arrogant than today. No. I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that. Today, women are mostly the same regardless of looks. No. No, I'm going to disagree with that. And I don't know what your day was, but let's just say the 90s. And I say the 90s because it's that period of time right before the internet, but the same is true for all periods of time before the internet. An attractive woman, though she had some idea, especially if she was in a major city, she did not know the extent or the reach of her beauty. Now there's no secrets. Like you can still, like back in the day, you could still find attractive women who didn't know exactly where they ranked on the attractiveness scale back in the day. But today, she literally got thousands of thirsty niggas like nobody in this room, because I tell y'all ass stop thumb up in these bitches. But she literally has thousands of thirsty niggas, liking her foot pics and shit like that. No, they are arrogant as fuck nowadays. And because women, just collectively speaking, are less hot, which means that the hotter ones are standing out. Who is a modern Halle Berry? Let's put the shit out there. Women today collectively are less hot. Less hot than they ever were. Drove past the elementary school and the kids is ugly too. Like, this is a bad generation to be American. And it doesn't seem like things are going to get better. Now, that is the harsh truth of the matter. So the ones that actually look worth a damn, they know through the internet, through the magic of the internet, they know exactly what they look like. You're not going to find any low self-esteem chicks anymore. Even Ramil, shout out to Ramil Amir. He's like, pimping is down. The women are way too informed. It's difficult to get into their head nowadays. So nope, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that one. I'm not saying that they are nicer overall. I'm saying a woman who looks better than average today deal with regular men. Okay, once again, respectfully disagree with that. Back in the day, we did not have this whole get the bag, sprinkle shit going on. Women always got with dudes who was less handsome than they were pretty. And they all didn't wait until they are 52 hoping to find an NBA star. Today they deal with regular black men. Back then they used to openly disguise to their face, and they only dated. I was a regular black dude, depending on how you define regular, but I was not like a god face dude or a rich dude. Actually, I'm gonna just say like this. Here's the best. Here's the best evidence I have. When I was Austin Holloman's age, I did way better than Austin Holloman did here in the States at his age. Way better. The concept of, listen, what's going on, Brienne? Listen, I didn't even drive to San Francisco in the fucking rain for a baddie. Like regularly. If it was raining and a chick lived, when I grew up in Oakland, for those of you who don't know. So it's right over the bay. I'm not going to take the bridge to meet a fucking baddie. That was my thinking when I was Austin Holloman's age. And I am not bullshitting on that. And I didn't even think about it. And I was of the mindset of, you know, this bitch told me to come over in the motherfucking rain, hung up, started playing video games, and never talked to her again. That was my mentality at his age. Dudes are flying over fucking continents now. No, it is a lot worse for young men today. A lot worse. And Austin is over there fucking with some ugly ass African bitches. So that should tell you something. That should tell you something. It is dry out there. It's hard out there for a young man nowadays. I've seen it. I've seen it. I'm not making it up. I've seen it. I think there are a lot more ugly women now, but there's more highly attractive women. Genetically speaking, I know they mess themselves up. Yeah, no, the genetics isn't different. The genetics really don't stray that much over single generations. No, it's the shit that they eat. You know, women aren't as active as they used to be. Like, I never went to a mall and it wasn't a bunch of women there. Until modern times. Now they just sit at home and order Amazon. And order, they even order food. Because they can't drive 7 miles, so they'll spend $7. Like, so that mentality, I don't know how much it costs. I don't order food. I actually either cook or I go places and pick up my own damn food. But no, I don't know where you got that notion from. Maybe you live in like a protected, you know, part of the not Mississippi Union that is true. But rank and file, that's not true. They're less hot and less available and more obnoxious and stuck up. Overall, it's way worse. I'm just saying, average men have more access to the women who do look good. No, they do not. No, they do not. Not Cortez. You keep double downing on it, and I have to again respectfully disagree with you. Not by a long shot. I've seen the 80s and the 90s. Cortez, it is not even freaking close. It is not. It is not even close. I cannot stress that enough. Back then, I would have had to wine and dine, etc. I look at it as a trade-off. What are you trading? Now they're just asking for more wine.
or more expensive wine. Back then, Applebee's was gourmet. What the fuck? It's a split between big backs and gym girls. Barely any in between. Yeah, I agree. Because it's a lifestyle, it's a choice. It does depend on location. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Crab legs, weed, and Hennessy seems to be their diet of choice. Yeah, exactly. Let's not forget vape pens. Maybe California back then was just way better than Alabama. Well, I mean, Alabama should be worse now because the fat bitches of California is going there. All right, says uh, trade off. There's being less attractive women but lower costs for food. No, no, not a not hot bitches are stuck up. They just waiting for you to get thirsty. Yeah, I don't drive truck, but I had that feeling. I had that feeling because you hear the women say the same thing, and that's how you know that they're lying. Like, oh no, you should come to Houston. It's 7 women to every 1 man in Houston. Yeah, right. Oh no, you need to come to Atlanta. Atlanta got the baddest. Yeah, right. You need to come to Detroit because the fellas out here are gay. So you got open reign over these small waists. Yeah, right. Listen. I haven't hit the major cities of of the US like that. I can tell you one thing is for certain. I'm not going to say every city is the same. There is one city in this whole from sea to shining sea. There is one city that stands out that is different. And I have to say, and the award for the different city is Miami. I thought that I actually was let off in South America. I thought I was let off in a different country full of. I was like, wait, I'm still in America? Because I traveled to so many countries. I'm like, wait, is this still America? What in the world? That is the only place that I seen that was different. That is the only place I can just walk into Subway and get a cookie and it's a baddie just there. Like, never have I been in a place where I seen 9+s on a daily basis, like different ones. It was ridiculous. Miami is the only place in the union I noticed like that. The only place. Yeah, exactly. So you can't compare today to 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You just can't. It's ludicrous. They fat on all dating apps. Yeah, I haven't done dating apps. I swear it's been like over 10 years. From the south to west coast. Yeah. I live in Cali. I mean, I don't see a baddie every day. That's for damn sure. I mean, granted, I work from home and shit, but still, like I worked from home when I was in Miami. I was there for 2 months, and like just walking to somewhere to get something. Like I say, it's Subway for a cookie. Like it was ridiculous. It's the only place I know that's like that. Okay. Miami homeless bitches look good. You damn right. You damn right. Florida is good overall. I don't know. I don't know. I got a family member that lives in Florida, and he's a jawline nigga. By the way, jawline is just a phrase I use, like a well above average looking dude. Um, I got a family member that fits that description, but his main girl is from elsewhere. I'm not gonna say where, but his main girl's from elsewhere. He's from not Miami, Florida. So I would assume that, being a Godface dude, and if his city was anything like Miami, he would just enjoy the local scenery. Fuck. This girl's a bad one to boot, but still. Let's see. You're completely right, but I forgot to say I was mainly talking about younger women. Women usually are less arrogant than they are. Oh yeah, yeah. And you're talking particularly about black women. You forgot to put that in there. You're talking about black women. Black women is the only women in the diaspora that get more arrogant the older they get. They're just stupid like that. Well, it's not a matter of stupidity. It's part stupidity, but it's stupid in a different reason. They measure their value by how thirsty the men are in their age range. So they're looking at it like, okay, if I'm 35 and the guys I'm dating is 40, then he's going to be more thirsty than he was when he was 20. Therefore, I'm hotter. That's why they get so mad when a 40-year-old gets with a 20-year-old, because that just zaps them from all of their theories and delusions and shit. But no, they have a thirst-based mating strategy, meaning that they're incapable of seducing a man that's not thirsty. All right. The younger women fat too. They're hitting the wall at 19. Yeah, absolutely. Because Spelman, you know, they pointed out the obesity rate, and these are college girls. Florida is a retirement state, not a real place. Well, shit. I mean, listen, somebody told me that Miami is not like any place else in Florida. In fact, he divided Florida into Miami, Florida, and not Miami, Florida. So, as I understand it, in Florida, there's Miami's, and then there's a bunch of swamps with a bunch of alligators in it, and people with those boats with fans on it that go from place to place. Like they have Kentucky Fried Chicken on swamp stilts, and then they take a fan boat to Kentucky Fried Chicken and avoid the alligators. That's what I assume the rest of Florida is like outside of Miami. For all I know, it is. Just saying. Miami is terrible for men. That's quite possibly true. That's quite possibly true. The women were very friendly. I did not shoot my shot because it would go contra to the reason that I was there, which I'm not going to get into. I did not really shoot my shot. However, the women I spoke to were very nice and very polite. I don't know what would have happened if I shot my shot. Um, Actually, I did see somebody shoot their shot. So while I have y'all here, black man, stop making a fucking fool of yourself. So I'm in Florida minding my own business, right? Walking down Collins Boulevard. And black dude seen a black chick, drove up behind her, decided to shoot a shot. She just looked away and kept ignoring him. And he kept doing it. Listen, stop feeding their ego when they make it apparent, and when they're rude about it and you're still shooting your shot, you're just making a fool of yourself at that point. And they are getting off on it because, black women get off on humbling black men. So don't do it. I'm not saying don't shoot your shot, don't cold approach. I'm saying, once they make it clear they're not interested, stop giving free attention and validation. because she's not going to give you anything for free. She's made that clear. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I say, he says it's Florida and it's not Miami. It's Miami, Florida, and not Miami, Florida. Mainly about black women. White women who are attractive have lower require. Yeah. Well, white. I mean, black women. They're. I'm not gonna say always, but definitely now. You know, they're their appraisal techniques suck in both men and women. And I mean, it really, really sucks. So, of course, it's going to be off in both directions, meaning that they're unable to see the value of a man, which is why they're waiting for him to be on the finish line. They're unable to gauge potential. They're unable to appraise his value. Like he could be in his last year of medical school and they would still overlook him because they're stupid like that. Their ability to appraise is very diminished. So you have that problem that their appraisal is off on the men's side. And then their self-appraisal is also off, like by a ridiculous degree. I only date black women in certain states like Florida and Georgia. Snow bunnies and Latinas everywhere else. Oh, okay. Dylan, don't let Omar catch you swimming in the milk. What that nigga gonna do? What that nigga gonna do? Listen here, Umar. I fuck what I want. You can't dictate what my dictates. You can't. I fuck what I want. And while you dream about the women that I fuck, just remember you're doing this shit to yourself. This whole pro-black movement is really about leveraging genitalia. Black men and black women leveraging genitalia. Black women want you to remain faithful so, you know, you'll be lonely and horny so she can get you at a discount at a later age. That's their manipulation tactic. Black men are trying to, say, I may not have any other deemable quality, but I am down for the cause and loyal, hoping that they get a woman based on that. Now, it makes sense that the black men would think that because that's, you would think that with all the complaints, all you have to do is say, yeah, I'm down for my sister, my queen, my queen. And then she shoots your ass down like she do every other nigga. Loyalty don't get you anything. Just absence of loyalty get you, bitched at, complained at, and all that stuff. You see, black women, they don't understand incentivizing anything. They treat relationships the way they parent children. And I'm pretty sure many black households, you're familiar with this. You got an ass whooping if you got bad grades, but if you got a 4.0, you didn't get anything. See, they don't encourage good behavior. They just discourage bad behavior. You get an F, you get a whooping. You get an A, you get a not whooping. Same as a C. They apply that technique to their relationships. You show loyalty and solidarity and you commit to the community, you become a community eunuch. You go out and get yourself a snow bunny that saves you from homelessness. They bash you on the internet. They never encourage you to do anything. They just discourage you from doing the things that they don't like. Take notes, fellas, and hit the like button. So I got wisdom. I'm gonna read a few more of these because I gotta go. Y'all put in the comments fast. Trying to read them. Miami has Bourbon Street vibes. It's easy to smash tourists. The women were beautiful. I don't think that they were easy. Yeah, I don't think that they were easy. I could be wrong. And maybe I just weren't their type or something like that. But none of them were really like, ooh, let me go suck his dick. So, I mean, or maybe I just didn't assert myself enough. Who knows? But if it was easy, I wouldn't have to. So, cock blocking will get a man hurt. I don't know why they act like they don't know that. Oh, pro-blacks, yeah. Pro-black is pro-gynocracy. Yeah, that's why he says, his fake African words, and then he says, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. He's just playing into their perceived insecurities. All right. It says, ain't nothing like turning down a successful nigga. I don't do sound bites, but I got to do that one. All right. So thanks. I'll be on that note. All right. I'd like to thank everybody that participated. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.